Welcome, everybody, to the Independent Mind Podcast. We are your hosts. I am DJ Mixwell, and as always, I am with my boy Giovanni, and today is a special day because, one, it's Memorial Day, so thank you to everybody who served and lost their life while fighting for this country, and we have a special guest in the building. We got our good friend, Dylan Fiege. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing all right. Not too shabby. How about
That's
yourself?
awesome, man. I'm doing good, man. Just busy with the grind. Giovanni, how are you doing?
Hey, I was waiting for it, man. I was like, you usually introduce me, like ask me how I'm doing right off the bat. But like today I'm definitely I woke up thinking that it was gonna be the day all the UFO information gets dropped. So I was super hyped. And then I looked at the date. And yeah, really, really disappointing. For some reason today I thought was gonna be June 1st.
Nope, just the 31st.
Another regular day in paradise. Yeah.
Another day.
Well, it's Memorial Day. God bless all the soldiers.
Fiege, we've been talking about you so much on the podcast, so it was definitely time to have you on.
Oh, I'm excited to be here, man. Thanks for having me on.
We're planning an event for you, bud.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I think on behalf of me and Giovanni, bro, we are definitely proud of you for stuff that like the steps that you've been taking with your business. You just ditched the 9-to-5 grind and finally full time with your own business. And man, that's admirable.
It's a struggle, man, but I'm trying to, I'm pushing through. It's something that I love, and I can't complain about it, man. I really can't.
Right. Like, I mean, it's go on.
You're doing good with it, man.
It's going good.
Yeah, you're staying busy from the looks of it, and you're killing all the work that you're doing.
Yep. I just got fully licensed, insured, and bonded, and I'm fully ready to go.
Congratulations, baby. Let's go.
Yep. Yeah, I'm a official business owner now. So 25 years old.
Dude, that's so fucking awesome to hear, man. Like just not long ago, we were all sitting down at fucking PTs and you were talking about how like COVID struck, you lost your job and you did this on the side just to stay afloat. And then you found something that's quote unquote secure. I hate the fact that it's fucking called secure, a regular 9-to-5. And it seemed like you were kind of getting over it. Like you weren't enjoying yourself too much. You longed for owning that business again, for having that, the fear of failure knocking on your doorstep. And just to hear that you just said, fuck it, and full sent it is so fucking cool, man. Like, it gets me so excited. I'm so proud of you. Like, it's so nerve-wracking at the same time though, because, like you never know how things work out, but like just having the balls to full send it.
Yeah, I can't do it without the support of my fiance Morgan, for sure. She's been there. Yeah, she's helped me a lot for sure. And it's a lot easier having the support, So I took that because it was sort of a comfort thing, I have a child, so it's more about, having that comfort of a stable job and having that steady money coming in. But, once you realize you make more money doing, less amount of time of working, it does something into your soul where it hits you. It's like, you're working for somebody that, the boss is making $1, you're making a dime. And it's like, I'm the dime making all the work, so why am I not doing this for myself? Especially working 120 hours, 130 hours in, 2 weeks. It's like, why am I doing this for somebody else?
Yeah, absolutely, man. If you already have that work ethic in mind, right, and you already have like you're working those crazy ass hours. Now imagine if all those hours you've been putting in, say for like the last year, have been all put into your business, like how much can get done. Mm-hmm. It's a common thing where people will start a business and now there's no one holding them accountable for the time and the hours they have to work. So there'll be a lot of lost time or a lot of inefficient time use. What are you doing to make sure that you maintain focused on the business, and are you structuring yourself in a way where it's as if it was a 9 to 5, but you yourself are holding you accountable? You mentioned Morgan. Is that your support system, like your accountability system, or do you have something else in place?
Oh yeah, it's exactly what you just said. It's I'm keeping my same hours as I was working a 9 to 5. My son's still going to be in daycare. I'm still going to be, dropping him off, in the morning, picking him up 6 o'clock. So, so I'm going to be working my regular hours that I work, but it's doing it on my own time. Being able to pick up my kid when I want. And, yeah, I just try and get one thing accomplished every single day, no matter what it is, whether it's business cards, T-shirts, sending out a post, sharing a post, going out and just handing out business cards, just doing whatever I can,
Look, bro, just have a look at Justin's grin right now, bro. Like, come on.
I'm so fucking happy. You don't understand.
Yeah,
you do
silent,
understand,
dude.
but I'm so fucking happy.
I appreciate it, man. You guys don't realize you guys are a big part of my life, so it's good to have motivational friends that are being surrounded by,
Yeah, man, it's very important. And it's like, you've given me so much support and been, you've been my road dog for a lot of fucking DJ gigs, helping me with equipment, just being there. So it's like, I'm so fucking happy because I knew whatever it was, I knew your time would come with something. And it's like seeing you fucking do it. Oh man, it's such a great feeling, man. Such a great feeling.
Yeah. These past 5 days, man, have been absolutely life-changing. Absolutely life-changing. In just 5 days, it's been a roller coaster of emotion. It's today on vacation, got approved for my LLC license and bonding and insurance. And it's like, we're on vacation and, got it all verified. And it's like, I'm on vacation, but I'm also still getting business done, sending out text messages on the way back home, on the way out there, sending out text messages saying I appreciate my customers. And, it's just doing little things every single day to try and push forward to make this business big,
Yeah, absolutely, man. What resources are you using to learn along the way, or do you have someone like mentoring you along the way? And also, I don't think we've had like the time to kind of for you to tell us what your business is, like what is it that you're doing, what's some scope that you have, what's some service that you're planning on offering, and also what are you doing to learn how to manage the business and how to market it and make it succeed?
I'm doing everything on my own. I'm not having any mentors. I'm learning along the way, because that's what I realized is doing the hard work and learning how to do it myself. And YouTube, fucking YouTube, man.
Plug your business. Serious. What is it?
These Desert Services LLC.com.
Boom.
Brings everything that you offer.
Where you at, Jamie? Bring that up. No.
I do a range of things. I do just regular yard cleanups, from weeds to grass, trash, junk removal, tree trimmings, just pretty much making your yard look good. Pavers, turf, mulch, just pretty much anything above ground. A lot of people ask me if I do irrigation. I do not do irrigation, which is, sprinklers and stuff like that. Just mostly above ground stuff that's hard work that people don't want to take care of, because it's hot in Vegas, and I don't mind doing the hard work if I know it's for myself. All
right, so you started doing all that. Run it from the top on how you started getting into all of that.
This was all of COVID. Everybody's great story starts with COVID. COVID fucked a lot of people's lives up. And, I got a child and a family to take care of, and I wasn't expecting the government to take care of me. I wasn't expecting, anybody to pay my bills except myself. So, I got an offer to chop down a tree, and I've never chopped down a tree before, but I had a chainsaw, so it's,
fuck it. Yeah, let's send it.
Straight up. And then, it just led one thing. Hey, can you clean up my yard? Yeah, sure. I'll clean up your yard. And then, her neighbor texted me, hey, can you come do my yard? Yeah, I'll come to your yard. And, by the meantime, I was 25 hours in and I made double what I made at my regular job. And I'm like, why am I not doing this full time? But I started to get more comfortable because I had to pay the bills, and, it stopped for a while. And, my fiance wasn't working at the time, so I just had to find something that was more stable. And just found a regular job for about a year and finally quit that and doing this full time.
Yeah, man, that's absolutely awesome. I do have a question for you though. Like, I'm really big on like the psychology and the mindset that goes on, in our heads, like the mental battles that we have to fight and overcome. I'm sure you had a lot of different demons, a lot of different obstacles, a lot of different voices, whether they're internal or external from other people, telling you to not do it or coming up with some sort of doubt. How were you able to overcome those mental hurdles to actually make the action happen?
Pretty much what it is just, it's realizing that emotions come as they are throughout the day. You can be mad 1 minute, happy one minute. And it's just taking in those emotions and realizing how to control those emotions at that minute in time. Because no matter what, anything's going to happen. You can have a great day, you can have a bad day, but it's just, it's realizing that no matter what, you have to get it done. No matter what, regardless if you don't want to do it or not. It's just overcoming that thing. Like, I need to get this done or this is not going to happen.
That's such a unexpected answer. Like, it's a hell of a good answer. But like, usually when you ask a question and you kind of maybe like start to guess the answer, you brought up emotion and the fact like they're so fluid, right? There's like a damn roller coaster. Mm-hmm. And like often you have like these, I always call it like two personalities within each person. You have the one that wants to do things, and then you have the other side, the demon on your shoulder, telling you why you can't. And it's almost like a self-defense mechanism. And for you to be aware of that, to be aware that, this demon is knocking on your shoulder, telling you like, hey, you can't do it, or, invoking negative feelings, and just like, no, that's not at all what's going on. Like, I have to do this because of this. That's fucking awesome, man.
It's also, I don't want to live with regret. I don't want to be 50 years old saying, what if, I'm
going to start it now, or I'm waiting for this big thing to happen so I can start it.
Exactly. Right. It's like right now, I honestly, I'm going all for it because I don't got much to lose. I got my family by my side. And that's all that matters. My fiance supported me. My son's happy, healthy. I got a roof over my head, eating good, showering. So I really can't complain. I don't got a lot to lose, man.
When you get that, because that's such a good answer. Where do you think that comes from? Has that come from like any like past experiences, or is it someone like how are you getting this mindset? Like what's building those thoughts in your head?
I think it's just what I've gone through in life. I've always done a 9-to-5, and I've always realized that, a year or two in, I'm just not feeling the job no more. I've always had something in the back of my mind that's just like, I have something greater in me, for sure. It's not just I don't picture in my head me working a 9-to-5 for the rest of my life. That doesn't sit in my mind, and I don't see that. So it's like, I know there's something greater, and I really think this is truly it.
It's a good start for sure. Like, even if this isn't the end game, like the skills that you will learn by partaking on this journey, the obstacles you will overcome, the failures you will face, like all those are part of the growing experience. Like we're all extremely, extremely young. And like often people think like we're at an age where we can't risk things anymore. But I don't think that's the case. I think now's the time to risk. Now's the time to, quit your job, go find another one, go learn a new set of skills, learn as many skills, work as many jobs, do as many things as you possibly can during these prime 20s. And then as you start, maturing, like start toning in, start really, really honing in on the thing that you're a master of, the thing that you can become a master of, the thing that ignites the fire within you.
And to add on top of that, what Giovanni said, because that's really good. Let me wrap it around with the question. You were able to get yourself bonded, insured, buy yourself equipment. How are you buying that?
That was my 9 to 5.
9 to 5 is your investor, baby.
Yep.
I was looking for that.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's what it was. I was literally using every single paycheck to invest in my company. And that's all it took, whether it was one thing after another or, new trailer or anything like that. It was just using a paycheck after paycheck after paycheck and just, paying the bills, but then making sure I'm investing in that company and not spending my money stupidly and, just literally paying the bills and investing in this company and just slowly building it over time. And one thing after another, it's getting really excited once I get something, it's just, that's how I know this is it. It's just, no matter how small it is, I get so damn excited about it.
Oh yeah,
fucking dope. God damn, Fiege, that's fucking dope. God.
That like
I love it, man.
The whole aspect of like a 9 to 5 being your investor is like, I just recently heard those words put together and like it's answered so many questions, like so many wrongs that I thought I saw, like wrongdoings from employers to employees. Like, like for an example, my mom, she worked at the same job for 19 years, right? Right at 20 years, she was supposed to be receiving, a shit ton of money for whatever reason. And, everything's going well. She's getting paid a shit ton because of a bunch of raises. And all of a sudden, a new manager comes in. This new manager fires her, right? Because he was like sexually harassing her, pretty much trying to get some. And my mom was like, nah. And like he felt like, belittled or whatever. And then found out that she was making more money than him and pretty much got her fired over some really, really petty shit. In all my life, like I've looked at that as like, dude, what the fuck? Like, fuck that company. Like, and my mom even like, oh, fuck that company. Fuck that, fuck the corporations, just letting someone go. Like they've been there for so long. Like they don't really care about you, right? Like,
corporations aren't people.
If you stop to think about it, my mom had 19 years to invest in herself. Instead, that money was like kept purely for quote unquote invisible security. She thought she was secure at this job that she worked at for 19 years. But she was just a wrecking ball hanging on a fucking thread, and anybody can come through and cut her off.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very, very insightful when I heard that quote, and I thought back to that because I always had blame to this corporation. And I know it's going to sound kind of messed up, and I'm sorry, Mom, but maybe investing some of that into something that's your own is a much safer bet. You look at someone like Danny. He has, at least 3-4 different streams of income. When we had him on, he was talking about that. And he was talking about, I'm not chasing like the secure way. But in reality, having your own business, having your own businesses, that is true security. Having multiple flows of income, that is true security.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's facts. yeah, no, it's a and it kind of falls back to, not everyone has it in them though, which I need to re-clarify for China Mac. Not all people who work 9 to 5s are bums.
No, definitely not, dude.
I think what it comes I think what it comes down to also is just happiness. It's just it's pure happiness. You can make $70,000 a year if you're happy. You can work 9 to 5 and have the weekends off. Go to your son's baseball games, or go camping with the family for the weekend. But it's like, no matter what you're doing, as long as you're happy,
Yeah.
it's for the people that are complaining, that are, why is my life like this? Why can't I do this? Why am I not making more money? Why can't I do this? It's the people that are complaining that it's, get up and do something. It doesn't matter. Get up and fucking do something.
Yeah, no,
if you're really complaining about your life that much, you can get up and go do something. Learn a skill, put your skill, whatever it is. If you like making books, if you like making, whatever it is, picture frames.
I think at the end of the day, it's just all about how you find your happiness. Like Giovanni had stated in a previous podcast, not everyone is meant for the entrepreneur grind. So it's like
that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not like if you think you're not happy because you don't have X amount of dollars, you're trying to find your happiness in the wrong place. There's millionaires and people who are semi-billionaires or billionaires that aren't happy with their lives, and they got all the money in the world. So it's I think at the end of the day, it's just trying to figure out what makes you happy. If it is those weekends, just having those weekends off with those occasional 1 week vacations, cool. That's good for you. Sometimes or a lot of times, or probably in every single case with the entrepreneurial grind, you're going to miss out on certain things. I can't really speak on it with a kid, but I see it with people that I know that do have kids, and you will miss some certain things. You might miss a baseball game. You might miss whatever the case may be, but it's all about just finding your own happiness. And if it's something that's able to get turned into a side hustle or a full hustle, great, but a lot of people think that their happiness comes from dollars. And I think that's just a total wrong mindset to have. I think like in your case, your happiness wasn't working at a 9 to 5. You weren't happy with that. There's some people who are happy at their 9 to 5s. They like it. They love their coworkers. They love their work. Cool. And it's just, each individual person just has to just find their own happiness at the end of the day. And I think that's really, really cool that what you did was knowing that you don't see yourself working a 9 to 5. We had a tragic thing that happened to the world, took everyone's job. And what did you do with it? As cliche as it sounds, you made lemonade out of lemons, and it's now turned into a fully bonded and insured business that you're staying busy with 7 days a week.
Oh yeah. Like you said, it was the sacrificing thing. You got to sacrifice some things. To me, Sundays are family days, but lately I've been working Sundays, because my family knows, to work hard, you got to work whenever you can, and I'm glad my fiance and, my son definitely, understand, but I also make time to spend time with them. And it's more about balance. You can work 7 days a week, but it's also coming home to your family or whatever it is to, just hang out with the family.
You guys are bringing up something extremely personal and internal that I deal with very regularly. Dylan, I know you probably understand this a lot. When you're starting your own business, you're creating your own hours, you're holding yourself accountable. There's this other job that you have that's also a full-time job, your own personal business, and that's being a parent. and balancing how you're reflecting yourself onto your child, how you're taking care of your spouse and reflecting yourself onto them, and also how you're figuring yourself out as well as running a business. So this is something I definitely want to talk about because I know you probably struggle with this as well. Do you feel guilty for whenever you're taking away time that you know could be for them, but you're putting it into work?
Oh,
does that not come into your head much?
Oh, 1000%. I think about them every second of the damn day. That's
a hell of an obstacle to overcome, man. Like that thing kicks your ass if you let it.
It sucks, but it's also motivating, because I know I'm doing it for my family as well. It's more motivating when I'm doing it for myself and my family. And it's good, like I said, having the support. Having the support is so big. It's a great thing. I really can't complain about it. But like you said, it's hard at times because it's like I really need to spend time. So much. Definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah. It's hard, but it has to get done. We're the men of the family, and we have to get shit done regardless.
Yes. Man.
Go ahead, Giovanni.
Something that really helps me be able to push through as far as a mental mindset whenever I'm feeling that sort of disappointment in myself or maybe feeling overwhelmed because I'm trying to outweigh fitting in time with my family. But every time that I do, I feel like I'm missing out on opportunity or I'm missing out on business moves. And the thing is, the business never fucking sleeps. So you can quickly find yourself having no time for your family if you full send it. And I have something that I like to tell myself, which kind of allows me to better cope with it. And that's right now, my daughter is 4 years old. I have another one that's about to be 1 in a few months. And right now, their memory of this stage in life is going to be very, very fuzzy later on. And I feel like you're going to teach them the most lessons. You're going to be able to teach them the most about life. They're going to experience the most in life later on in life, maybe when they're 10 and up or so. So I feel like since they're at this early age, right now, it can be justified to sacrifice some of that time with them in exchange for developing a better future for them. That's what I like to tell myself. And that helps me personally. Now, of course, you have to have a supportive spouse that you're able to, explain this to them and they're able to agree to it. And, some people may not be that lucky. It looks like we both lucked out. So
yeah, that's off to that. Definitely, man. Like you said, it can be a struggle at times for sure, but it has to get done.
And it has to be first of all, too, man, shout out to both of your guys' girls because that's really fucking MVPs. Cool.
They gotta be,
and I know
my girl.
I know whoever I have
so much shit.
Whoever I have a kid with and start a family with, the bar is set high because I'll be referencing them to your guys' girls.
Yeah.
You brought up something about how Sundays are usually your family days, but now that you start a business, that it kind of cuts into that. When you cut into that, well, first of all, I guess it's more of a statement. It has to feel good, even though you cut into that time, but now as you progress and you make money from that, when you get to treat your family, it's coming from your own hard work. So it may not be like your Sundays, but whenever you get that time, you get to treat them better, whether if it's that extra day on vacation or being able to do things or put them into certain things, buy them certain things, whatever the case may be. Does it feel better being able to do that off of the grind that you're putting in and not working for someone else?
Oh, 100%. 100% for sure. And what it is I don't realize when I'm sweating throughout the day. Honestly, like when I'm working for somebody else, I'm looking at my clock constantly, hey, when's the day going by? When's the day going by? But when I'm out working for myself, it is a completely different mindset. I put every single detail into what I'm doing, or try my hardest. And it's I can't really put a word on it. It's a mix of emotions. Um, it's hard work, but it is very satisfying at the end of the day when I know it's all for me. It's all for my family, and it's my own company. It's just like owning a car. When you're leasing a car, it's not your car. You're driving that car temporarily, but it's not your car. You know what I mean? When you buy a car outright and your name's on the title, it is your car. So it's in a way it's like that to me. It's my own company. I'm working for myself. And at the end of the day, regardless if I'm working 7 days a week, 16 hours a day, I've gotten up at 5:30 in the morning, out of the house by 6, not home till 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And it's sacrificing, it's sacrificing what I need to do.
Yeah, that's really dope.
That's brutal, man. That's
yeah,
a lot of
and
fucking
for
hours.
people who don't understand who don't live in Vegas, man, this heat is no joke.
Oh no.
Seen the best of them fall when it comes to EDC weekend. So imagine just working that many hours into a day.
In the water line, taking a L. God bless that man. So.
Nah, man, it's really inspiring, and your hard work will pay off. It'll be different, It's like just bringing it back to that Sundays. It's like that's just part of that. That's just part of the entrepreneurial grind for right now. Once when you get to a certain point and you got like some workers under you, then you don't have to like focus on it, or whether if it's just it stays you can make it certain days that are no business at all. But that's really dope and I find it's admirable because it goes to show like how deep you are into it already, because a lot of people who start getting into something, they see it affect like say family time and they're not down for it. And I honestly think that kind of prevents them from getting to the next step.
Well, and for those people, I feel like this is something else I like to tell myself, and I like to reflect on to others whenever I can, because I'm a stubborn ass Taurus. Your parents look up to you, right? You're by default their biggest role model. And we constantly preach to our kids that we want them to be successful. We want the absolute best from them, but they're learning everything from you. If they're seeing that you are unhappy working a job, like you're coming in, you're getting beat the fuck up at work, you don't like the damn thing, you're complaining about it, they hear you talking on the damn phone, how's that going to reflect to them? Where if you're someone that's constantly going out chasing their own dreams, whether it be hopping left and right because you keep failing businesses, but you keep on trying, I think that is extremely beneficial for a child to see. That it's okay to fail, that it's okay to try things. And maybe you try 100 different businesses, none of them hit, you barely stay afloat. But now you've had a child who's seen somebody who constantly persevered, who kept trying, who kept chasing their dreams, kept chasing their interest, and then maybe they come up with the next Amazon. I think that's a much more romantic story. And as far as when you're looking to a superhero, like sure, dad's halfway across the world, or dad's, always at work, always hustling, but hey, my dad owns this. They may not understand it at a young age, but later on, they're going to be like, damn, my dad or my mom hustled all the damn time. And that's going to be the work ethic that you're going to impose onto them. That's the story that you're creating for them. That's the role that you're modeling for them.
Yeah, and I feel like it's only times 10 more when you get to grow up and see that. My dad has worked a 9 to 5 his whole life, but his 9 to 5 was waking up at 2:30 in the morning, getting to work by 3, and then sometimes not getting home until noon, 1.
That man was either racing
2:00.
to work, bro, or getting ready hella fast. What?
Oh yeah.
I gotta snooze at least 5 times, bro. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Just getting you have your lunch ready in the morning, and it's just waking up, throwing on the clothes, grab your coffee, grab your lunchbox, and get to going. But that has always inspired me, because he's never once bitched about his job. Maybe once in a while he'll complain how tired he is a little bit. But like, you never heard him bitch. And it's always something that I looked up to. And even though he has the 9 to 5, it's inspired me with my own grind outside of a 9 to 5, just seeing that work ethic, seeing the man just get up every day, go, I never really got late nights with him, times when my parents have come to DJ gigs. Those are, those are times when I've kind of been out late with them. And because he was always going to sleep at like 8 o'clock, to be waking up super early. So it's always something that has inspired me, is seeing that. And I feel like if you have a kid and that kid gets to see you on that type of work ethic, but, with owning a business, I feel like you're only inspiring and going to motivate your kid that much more.
I feel like they won't understand that at a very young age, which is kind of like, we often think in black and whites and like extreme severities. I'm not saying completely neglect your child, right? Like, obviously there's going to be a balance, but the times that you are able to spend with them are a lot more valuable. You're able to do more things with them. You're able to, teach deeper lessons. I could be talking completely. I'm a fucking fool. Like, like, what the hell do I know?
That's also one thing I try and instill in my son is I asked him at least every day or every other day if he's happy and if he loves himself, because that's really what really matters. And all the time he says yes, regardless if he's probably lying or not. But I ask him every day, are you happy? Do you love yourself? And he says yes. And I've thought about it, and I'm like, if I'm happy and I love myself, what am I doing to, not be happy? Why am I putting myself through these situations that are not making me happy when I'm trying to instill the same thing on my son? That's pretty hypocritical. If I'm telling him to be happy, but I'm not making myself happy, that's like me smoking and telling my son not to smoke. It's a little hypocritical in a way, so I've realized that definitely having a son is when you're seeing him happy and, just so joyous over the smallest things. And it's like, I got to do what's happy, what makes me happy, what makes my life more enjoyable, because instilling this on my son, regardless if it's, jumping from job to job, or if it's, exceeding different businesses because they're not working out. It's at least you're trying. It's better to say you try than to say what if, I'd rather say that I tried than what if I did this, or what if I did this, what if I did this, because I can always get a 9 to 5 again easily.
But you won't, because it's going to work out.
Unless you need an investor.
I don't know.
Unless you need a new investor, for sure.
Skinny Fats is hiring for $20 an hour. I might hop over there.
I hope you do, because I need a discount on the Cali Mist.
Yeah.
No, that's that. No, Skinny Fats. I need the chicken and waffles there. Not Chiba Hut.
Chiba Hut's the GOAT, dude.
Yeah, man. That's really dope. And at the end of the day, no matter where, I think it's just all a matter of just instilling certain values into your son, because who knows, man, you're someone, if you're on that type of grind, your kid could end up seeing that work ethic, take it to a 9 to 5, And next thing you know, they're the North America regional president or whatever, some crazy term, and it's like, it's that's awesome. It's awesome that you ask your son that. And I think it's just really valuable on teaching them those type of lessons, because just no matter what they do in life, if you have those lessons and you get to grow up around that, you're basically just alley-ooping the success for him in whichever way it comes. All right. Well, with that being said, what's the next 2 to 3 years looking like for D's Desert Service? What are some of the plans that you got going on?
I actually have a few meetings coming up with a couple pretty big rental properties over at the Red Rock. Got a meeting this Thursday with a bunch of pretty much their club members and different chapters all around Vegas. Nice. They hire rental properties for electricians, landscapers, and so I was able to connect myself with someone really, really nice that's inviting me to a great opportunity. So that can lead me to a lot of places. But like I said, it's opportunities take themselves every single day. So, who knows where I can be 2 to 3 years from now. It's going to be something big though.
If you need someone to go with you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Thursday morning, 7:15 a.m.
Look at that. The man
He goes 7:15,
son.
The man already has Country the meeting Club, in
be
place.
There.
All right.
If they need music, let me know. Nah, so that's cool. So I mean, so right now you're just taking it with some rental properties and stuff like that. And how do you know how big their client list is?
All around Las Vegas, Southern, Summerlin, Centennial, North Las Vegas, East Side Las Vegas.
So
we're talking thousands.
So yeah, I was about to say, a few hundred or a few thousand houses.
Yeah, a few thousand for sure. Yeah, who knows where it can take me? It's meeting different people and just talking to people and just trying to plug it in,
So you may potentially be having a meeting to where you say that you're trying to get yourself busy where you may have to hire someone else. That may be the opportunity. It sounds like.
Oh, exactly.
You have a couple thousand houses or a couple hundred houses. Boy, you're going to be working 28 hours a day.
Oh yeah. No, at that point, it's talking to investors to, just build this thing up to where exactly I want it to be.
Okay.
And
go on.
It's just, you don't know who you talk to. So it's just talking to different people, trying to meet every single new person that I can, giving them my information and just building everything up and trying to make the right connections.
I'll tell you what, man, like one of the biggest lessons that I took away from my first failed business, I had this very similar mentality as you right now, as far as do as much as I can until I can't any longer. And often, this is probably going to happen pretty damn soon if things continue the way it is. You're going to get so goddamn busy to where you're going to have to hire somebody. And at first, it's going to look like a fucking good idea, right? It's going to look really good. Like, hell yeah. Like I hired my first employee. It's great. But along the line of chasing getting busy, you never took the time to set up your systems of training, quality assurance, making sure that everything is a perfect template and perfectly laid out. So when you start hiring these people, they're able to replicate work to your same exact standards and don't make your business look bad. Additionally, I don't think running it to the point to where you're absolutely overwhelmed and then quickly hiring somebody and getting them on, I think that could be a little bit dangerous. I think even like the moment that you can, even if you're cutting into your profits a little bit, hiring someone so you can focus on the bigger picture, which is growing the business, helping more people, I think that is what is where you're probably better suited at. Because I mean, hell, you started this whole thing from the ground up. I'm sure you have a shit ton of different plans on how you want this to help, how you want this to grow, how you want to help as many people as possible. But you can't do that if you're doing the work yourself.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it's definitely hard to find somebody that cares about, a company that, that's not theirs. So it's training the right people. It's making sure that they meet your standards, quality of work, like you said, reassurance, quality control, all that kind of stuff.
That's the difficult part of building a business. It's not the actual act, right? Like, many people can landscape, but it's who can run a landscaping business, who can operate, running. Don't plan for one person, plan for, say you have 500 people under you. Like, how are you going to make sure that all these people, like, what's the quality checks along the way? And are you implementing those as well? Like, get the whole thing like systematic as fuck, like super, super structured. And I think that will help out a lot. Like, the earlier you do that, the better. Because along the way, you're going to be tweaking things. And you can't do that when you already have someone hired. You'll come off as a damn fool.
Oh, yeah. 1,000%. It's, like you said, it'll be hard. Definitely.
Yeah.
But it's also making sure, because nobody's going to have the same vision that you have of doing that same quality of work. So it's just trying to, instill in somebody, and that's also giving a fuck about your employees.
Boss makes $1, you make a dime. You're going to have people, you're going to have to pay them a dime. And, like, there's different styles of running the business where it's all culture based, and people love working there, such as Zappos, and they make, they may make less money and they may make like mediocre money, but they love working there because you create such a dope culture. And then there's other positions where people make a shit ton of money, but the culture kind of sucks. And then there's other positions where people just make no money and, the culture sucks, but it's such a massive goddamn business that it doesn't even matter. Think of McDonald's, for instance.
Yeah, people at Zappos make good money.
That's good.
But I think a lot of people at Zappos also realize that, that company takes care of their employees.
That company's dope.
Yeah,
dude.
that's what I was going to add on what Giovanni was saying. It's trying to, if you can try to mimic that type of, obviously you're not going to be having a full-blown building and stuff like that, but I think the principles of what they do to make their employees happy is something that should be pretty much a goal. Obviously with starting off of a business, I mean, unless something, like big contracts roll in, I mean, you probably can't pay them a lot of money, enough to survive and stuff like that. But I think it's a matter of how you treat your people. Are you bringing them lunch on Fridays? Are you taking them out for some bonding time, like team building type of stuff, having some beers, maybe buying tickets and going to an Aviators baseball game, trying to do things that they feel appreciated, to when they're out there in that 110-degree heat, they know, hey, Dylan Fiege is taking care of me at the end of the day. It's something to look forward to. Obviously easier said than done, but something like how Zappos has done is, I think it's very smart, because they've hit the nail on the head, just with everything that they have there, between, like they have someone who has a budget and their job is to make things fun for the employees. Imagine having that job.
Yeah.
But it's like,
right.
I think
that person probably so happy.
Yeah.
Dude, so happy. Maybe he just has the company credit card and he's out here freaking renting out llamas and crazy zoo animals that are, but yeah. I think just
dodgeball on Thursday.
Stuff like that, man. Like they have like a little studio, like rehearsal room, like at their building. It's a lot of things that they have, but I think it's, I think what goes into it with getting your people to care is how you care about them, besides just having them show up to your job. Okay, cool. Here's your check. Now leave. Trying to build that, just that team spirit at the end of the day. So what I just want to tap on one thing real quick, because I think it's a very important thing to get bonded in insurance. Walk us and walk everybody else through to that process.
Online paperwork, lots of online paperwork and phone calls.
A lot of holding.
Yep, a lot of holding. It's time. If you got time, then it's filling out paperwork, making sure, everything is legit, filled out correctly, calling these people, and then you get forwarded to these calls, and, it's a process, but it's not something that anybody can't do,
How much money goes into starting it? Say from, you mentioned that you used your 9 to 5 as your investor, and, along the way, you like gradually did it. But say you were to do it all in one lump sum, how much would it cost to get fully incorporated, get a business completely legitimized right from the ground right now?
Licensed, insured, and bonded, less than $1,000.
Nice. There it is. That's the obstacle that stops many people right there, is like not knowing or thinking that's a lot more. Now, obviously equipment, and like cost of operations come into play. But as far as getting that license, that first legitimate piece of paper saying, hey, congrats, you're ready to go.
Guess what, people? That means not going out to goddamn California for the same beach you've been to 45 fucking times.
Dylan's like, oh shit, you saw my story. No.
It means not going to that music festival for 1 year. It means not doing what the fuck you always do every other year. Stop buying that pair of fucking shoes. You have plenty of shoes.
I haven't gone shopping in like a solid 2 years.
Not ordering from Postmates.
I have a
2000 times.
Oh yeah. I have a 2006 Chrysler 300.
Nice.
I don't drive no newer car. I don't have a big car payment, so I definitely try and live beneath my means, because
that's wealth.
I'm trying to make myself happy, and
it's true entrepreneurship. You don't need to flex with a fucking 2021 goddamn Beamer, and then when something goes wrong with it, you don't have fucking money to go pay for that shit.
Oh yeah. I see it all the time.
A week to pay off that car for the month.
Fuck.
I see it all the time, man.
All the time.
You have a person with a Mercedes, but they can't afford the $1,000 brakes. It's like, why do you have a Mercedes? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Keeping up with the Jones, bro. You're trying to flex and reflect something.
Yep, exactly. All right, Fiege, one last question, and we appreciate you coming on as well.
Appreciate you for having me.
It's all love, brother. And about a 60-second response, tell us, what does success mean to you?
Success is being happy. Whatever it is just being happy, regardless of money. Success is doing whatever you want to do to make your happiness to where you're waking up smiling, going to sleep smiling. Success can be financially comfortable. Success can be creating a business. Success can be having a 9 to 5 and excited for the weekend. Just as long as you're doing what you do to take care of your family and pay your bills and just be a cool, correct, and nice person,
Fuck yeah. That's awesome. D's Desert Service. Hit up Dylan Fiege. He's the best in town. And we'll
plug it in.
blow your people out of the
right
water.
there,
That's the fact.
or down there, or there, or there. It'll pop up like right here somewhere. So
I'll take care of
everybody.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all checking out episode 5 of the Independent Mind Podcast. I am Mixwell. That's Giovanni. That's Dylan. D's Desert Service. Hit them up if you're in Las Vegas. We appreciate you guys. Tune in for next week for the new episode. We're out. Peace.
Peace.
Have a good one.